I spent $5,400 on dance studio lessons. Over the course of 3 years, I spent every day for 3 hours learning how to memorize choreography and improve my freestyle dance. In this video, I'll break down the pros and cons in investing in dance lessons and provide my conclusions on my experience with taking dance lessons. Let's start with the pros of investing in dance lessons. First, accelerated learning. When I took professional lessons, I was amazed at how fast I was able to progress. You'll learn techniques faster than self-teaching, and the professional feedback will help you understand where your mistakes are without you having to analyze every move that you're doing. No more practicing the wrong moves for months. Now let's talk about the structured environment. Dance classes provide a clear path for improvement. You're not just flailing around in your living room trying to understand what every move is, how you're going to do the move, and at what timing are you going to do those specific moves. Plus, there are regular schedules for specific teachers and time slots for you to go so that you can be committed to all of the tasks related to going into class. Plus, there's a schedule for each teacher that can help you stay committed and accountable for you to get to class. No more skipping practice just because you're not in the mood. Now let's talk about the networking piece. This one's huge. For a very long time, I found it difficult to find others who were interested in dance as much as I was interested in it. Once I was in the studio, I was able to understand these people love it just as much as I do, which only increased my spirit of dance while I was in the studio. It didn't feel like I was all by myself or alone. Being in the studio is what allowed me to find friends and find those who are willing to collaborate with me as far as making dance videos. You never know. That person that you're looking for might be the next person that joins your dance crew. Let's not forget about skill diversification. It's normal for a studio to have more than one dance style present in the schedule, so you don't just have to stick to just one genre that you like. It's a good idea to mix and match all the different types of styles so that you can increase your skill set and your repertoire. I went from being a one-trick freestyle pony to being able to go through a street jazz class, hip-hop class, shuffling, whacking, ballet, you name it, I did it. And the last pro that I really want to touch up on is the personal growth. For so long, I had gone into a situation where I thought, oh man, I can't improve. I don't know what to do. I've done everything I could do. I went into online tutorials. I went and read. I did everything and anything I could. It wasn't until I went to a studio and realized this is good. I'm able to accelerate and reach that next level. Taking dance lessons increased my confidence significantly, and it helped me express myself even better than I did before. I went from being an uncertain dancer who wasn't really sure what to do next to being the next best thing in the DMV area and getting the opportunity to choreograph for other artists. That's the power of professional training, man. Now let's talk about the cons. First up, the financial commitment. Spending $5,400 on dance lessons is way more than what your average individual would do. It's a significant investment. Not everyone is privileged enough or lucky enough to even invest that much in dance lessons. I was fortunate enough to be able to afford it and budget properly so that I can go and increase my skill set. Next is the time investment. You need dedication over several years to reach that level of dance skills that your favorite artist or dancer has achieved. People like Chris Brown, the Jabberwockies, Alex Chung, Matt Stefanina, Jay Blaze, and many more have dedicated many years to get to where they are. I'm talking about consistent practice, the kind that makes you sweat and consider, is this really worth it? It even involves sacrificing your social life at certain points. Now here's another con: quality variation in classes. Not all dance lessons or dance classes are created equally. You see, when you get into a studio, there's a certain amount of instructors that are available and are well versed in their ability to not only do the dance, but teach someone quickly to achieve the same level of skill that they have. From my personal experience, I've had amazing teachers that have transformed how I've danced and became a new individual in my dance skill. I've had amazing teachers who transform how I was able to get into that next level of dance. And I've also had some, let's say, not so great teachers that didn't hit the mark. It's really important that you look into the studio and check for the reviews and the instructor's portfolio on either Instagram or TikTok or whatever social platform that they have to show what they have choreographed or made in the past. That way you can feel a bit more certain about, okay, is this class worth putting my hard-earned money into? Now let's talk about potential burnout. Intense training can lead to fatigue and huge damages to your body if you don't take care of it properly. It's known that dancers are one of the type of athletes that do more wear and tear onto their body than all other athletes. I can't tell you how many times I spent 3 hours of dancing in the studio and came back home with my body pulsating. That's when you really have to take an ice bath. But really, there are times where I personally had felt overwhelmed and even questioned if it was worth it at all. Now, was it all worth it? After spending 3 years and also having a studio that is very conveniently close to me, I'd say absolutely. The proximity made it easier for me to stay committed, be on time, and I was able to see significant returns on my investment. Let me break it down for you. As far as skill improvement is concerned, my technique improved dramatically. I was able to pick up 8/8 counts like that, which is pretty hard because most people can't understand how to pick up choreography quick. The second one is confidence boost. I went from being a hesitant dancer in public to confidently taking the stage as soon as somebody said, "MENI, how about you start dancing?" Career opportunities. The skills I learned opened up new doors for me to choreograph for an artist. I was able to teach what I had learned to others and provide a great experience for the crowd and the artist. Third one was the community. I found my tribe. I found the folks that, they just weren't breakdancing. They were individuals who really enjoyed doing hip hop dance. Personal fulfillment was also a huge one for me. Mastering difficult routines made me feel like I was able to conquer the world. Knowing that 15-year-old MENI was like, how do you do this? Now, remember, your dance journey might be different than mine. Maybe you don't have $5,400 to invest in dance studio lessons, and that's perfectly okay. There are many other resources for you to get the ball rolling. You can go through online tutorials or classes that are on demand, dance workshops that are a short time commitment, so you don't necessarily have to pay for a whole membership. You can just step into a class and think, oh, you know what? I would like to invest more. Practice groups, you can go online to see on like Meetup or other apps to see if there's other individuals who would just want to go ahead and dance in the middle of a park or other places. And self-study, you can look at YouTube and see how are those specific dancers doing their specific moves. There are plenty of tutorials on there. The key is finding what works for you. If you do decide to spend money on dance lessons, be sure to do your research and study the reviews and the insight from other studios that are close to you thoroughly. Start with a trial class if it's a good fit, and be very clear with your instructor as far as what your goals are so that you can optimize the amount of time and finances that you have to put in. Thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to click this video to understand dance confidence, and I'll be sure to post more videos in the future. Until then, peace.